But you don't have to love movies to work in this industry, but it sure makes it a joy. And that was a great way to start the day. It occurs to me that consumers' favorite way to watch movies just got even better. So thanks to Fox and Sony and Warner for giving us that terrific opening. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 27th Annual Convention and Celebration of the Home Entertainment Industry. It is an industry to be cherished. Many of you helped create it. More of you have nurtured it to the point that today it is so huge that everyone acknowledges that the growth rates we've enjoyed are nearly impossible to replicate. Impossible, I suppose, except in the stratosphere of video games. But in my view, there is nothing dire in incremental growth. The robustness of home video and its future with incremental growth, I think, are things to be celebrated. So celebration will be the cornerstone of my brief welcome this morning. We have much to celebrate and even much more to look forward to. We will examine the future of our opportunity for growth through a truly superb keynote panel. We have two of the most engaging personalities and most engaged leaders of our industry, Jim Keyes, Chairman and CEO of Blockbuster, and Mike Dunn, Worldwide President of 20th Century Fox Home Entertainment. To those two, we add pundit flavor and analytical reasoning to the panel, as well as we welcome James McQuevey, Vice President and Senior Analyst from Forrester Research. And for the first time in several years, we welcome participation from the hardware side. Joining us from Panasonic and the Blu-ray Disc Group is SK Suyazaki. And on the hardware side, it occurs to me that we've often taken for granted that the hardware manufacturers would find the right value proposition for DVD players. Consumer's sweet spot, if you will. And they obviously did. So who can doubt that they will find the sweet spot with Blu-ray? We will also take a few minutes this morning, and we could never take enough, to acknowledge and honor the contributions made by the founders of our industry. This will be a special address in the words of one of the finest executives, one of the finest men in our industry, MGM's Eric Doctorow. So honoring the birth of our industry, we'll move on to the nurturing of consumer demand by video specialists large and small. And then the studios provided the gift of DVD, and it grew at stratospheric rates for 10 years. And now we have another opportunity for growth with Blu-ray and BD Live and digital copy, and they are all parts of our concentration here this morning. And yet today, pundits are beginning to suggest that perhaps the sky is falling, that digital will tomorrow supplant packaged goods, and that Facebook and YouTube will steal our youth away from movies. It simply isn't true. There is no market shift to digital. There is market growth with digital. There is an opportunity with digital and with iPods and with other portables, but there is also growth of overall demand. Digital deserves the digital day that we feature here at this event on Thursday. And digital deserves the attention of all serious retailers. My belief is that there are new and inviting opportunities in business for everyone seeking opportunity. Whether it is automated retail, electronic retailing, subscription retailing, or a dozen other even newer terms for the core process which retailers do better than anyone else: deliver and promote entertainment to homes across America. So the opportunity is to broaden the consumer experience and to provide movies to consumers how and when they want them. Is there really any doubt that more exposure to the world's greatest creative works will whet consumers' appetite for more. Increased consumption, I believe, is a gift to every segment of our industry. So in the spirit of seeking opportunities for incremental growth, and celebrating our industry, I thought it would be good to give you my view of perhaps 18 reasons to celebrate this morning. Don't look for Letterman-like ironic humor in this list. These are things to be celebrated seriously. Let me start close to home. Number 18. EMA, Entertainment Merchants Association, our group, winning 9 federal lawsuits to bar enforcement of unconstitutional state laws which would fine or imprison retailers for selling or renting violent video games to youths 16 years old and younger. What the legislators tried to do in these 9 states and tried to ban as inappropriate violence was totally incomprehensible to judges in the same way it would have been to retailers who would have been subject to those laws. For number 17, let's stay with video games. Who could not celebrate the incredible leap of video game sales in 2007 of more than 34%? Most are saying higher. What great promise for creative interplay between video games and filmed entertainment we now have before us. And even the interplay of Blu-ray movies and game consoles provides promise, in my view, for Blu-ray. So my number 16 is celebrate the fact that 5 million PlayStation 3 owners are buying Blu-ray movies at a rate faster than last year. 15. The fact that more than 38 million high-definition TV sets were sold in just 2 years, and that rate seems to be holding in recessionary times. Now, whether those 38 million plus homes have a high-definition source signal or not, these families will want to fill those spacious, luminescent screens with movies. And for number 14, in my view, it's certainly worthy of our anticipation that within 4.5 years, more than 100 million homes will have Blu-ray players worldwide. And remember those folks who said Blu-ray would go the way of the Laserdisc? They were utterly wrong. Blu-ray passed Laserdisc's high-water mark a long time ago. Number 13. Hard goods retailers celebrate this year's launch of digital copy. Some calling it Second Session or Disney File. These are digital files for secure transfer to PCs and portables off of hard goods. These are more than lawful alternatives to piracy. They represent truly enhanced value propositions in the eyes of consumers. Number 12. Celebrate the incredible interactive palette of Blu-ray. I could go on about this, but Sony's Rich Marty will give us a presentation this morning of just some of the interactive elements of BD Live. Personally, I would really enjoy, or do enjoy, the prospect of alternate endings and multiple camera angles, but I may never take a cam shot of myself and add it to a character in a segment and post it on MySpace or YouTube, even if the studios offered additional scenes specifically for that purpose. But my preteen daughter would. Number 11. Finally, retailers of both hardware and software now have an absolutely clean slate of meaningful sales pitches for Blu-ray. I'm no ad executive, but for me it would be something like, there is nothing better, there won't be anything better, you will love it like a new car. And the final 10 on this list speak for themselves.